majestic cigars. So just some housekeeping here. We talked to Mark Davis during the timeout and asked him the reason the shot clock reset. He said he thought Durant had possession, the Suns had possession, thus it was not a backcourt violation, thus the shot clock was off as well. So, clean that up. We move on to the second quarter. Moments ago, Chris with Ty Lue.
We're here with Clippers head coach Tyronn Lue. Coach, you started the first quarter off with the unorthodox defensive lineup. It had some success. What did you see from that?
Just our physicality. I think putting Zoo on creative to start. They only played 8 games together, so give them a different look. So they got to try to play a different offense with KD on the floor. Just try to mix it up a little bit.
You don't have one of your best players in the lineup with Paul George. The Suns are favored in this series. What was your message before your team took the court?
That's why we got to play the games. We have to come out, compete, play hard for 48 minutes, give everything we got. I know the world picked against us, but I like our chances. I like where we're at.
Ty Lue certainly playing up the underdog role. There was a wild sequence there during that interview. Thank you, Chris and Coach Lue. Russell Westbrook has been a menace defensively, but man got caught under the basket and turns it over.
Well, man got dragged to the floor by Chris Paul, and Kevin Sutton just decided not to call it for whatever reason. I mean, let's be honest about it. That was as an obvious foul as you can have in a game, and it didn't get called.
Plumlee kicks it to Powell. He's open for 3. Got it. Norm Powell rattles one home.
Hey, Norm Powell is going to be huge in this series. He always is, but especially with Paul George out, as man takes a charge, Chris Paul pushes him off. I don't know why Chris Paul thought he needed to do that. He was just forcing him into the screen. He was forcing him right where Chris Paul wanted to go anyway. But a good call. But Norm Powell is a 40% three-point shooter and one of the most aggressive attackers of the rim in the league. Also very athletic, a tough guy to guard.
Man guarded by Okogie, and Okogie with the foul. Now's as good a time as any to remind you that tonight's officials, crew chief Mark Davis, Kevin Scott, Brian Forte, Scott Twardowski is the alternate official, the replay center officials in Secaucus, Bill Kennedy and Jason Goebel among the 36 officials selected to work the first round of the 2023 playoffs. Congratulations to those individuals. Playoffs are a challenge to officiate. Late clock, Bones Highland puts up an air ball right into the hands of Durant, who has started 0 for 5. Durant gives it up and knocked out of Biyombo's hands.
Well, you can tell the Clippers are not going to give Bismack Biyombo any freebies at the rim. They're going to send him to the line every time, but a great pass there by Durant. That was about the first clean offensive possession we've had from either team here at the start of the second quarter. It's been a little bit of an adventure at both ends.
Remember that nugget I dropped on you about the high percentage versus the free throws, Coach? Keep that in your pocket.
It's great analysis and one that... But you know what? That is also, as much as we laugh about it, that is defense is locking into a game plan.
A reminder that the NBA on TNT is brought to you by State Farm. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
I mean, knowing personnel, and in a playoff series, when you've had time to prepare and you're going to play the same opponent for 4 to 7 games, no excuse for not knowing these things. And they know Biyombo struggles at the line, though he's on fire tonight. 2 for 4 at the line now, way above his season average.
So the run for the Clippers, 13-2. And Plumlee up top for the lob. Excellent feed that time as Plumlee gets an assist from Westbrook. Boy, Westbrook has been a different player with the Clippers.
Well, a great back screen set there by Norm Powell. And because when you're guarding a shooter who sets that back screen, Brian, a lot of times guys know they're supposed to stay attached to the shooter, so they don't want to come off of Westbrook's body. There's no help back there. When your shooters set great screens, you get great shots. Great pursuit there by Westbrook to knock the ball out of bounds.
Russell Westbrook has been excellent defending Durant. Durant has yet to make a basket. Went for the swipe that time. Durant is fouled, and he'll get to the free throw line. Phoenix has gone over 5 minutes without a made field goal. But Durant finally gets himself to the line. His first free throws of the game. Phoenix feeling the sting of a round 2 loss to Dallas, last year. Game 7 at home. The year prior, they were up 2-0 in the finals against Milwaukee. Lost the next 4, lost in the finals in 6. And so feeling like things were good but could get better, they went ahead and made the deal for Kevin Durant. The blockbuster trade to get KD reunited with Monty Williams and in a Suns uniform.
And I applaud the Suns going for it. You've got Chris Paul at 37 years old. You've got a legitimate chance to win. Why not go get one of the best players in the history of this league? But they paid a big price. We've seen now what Mikal Bridges can do when given a bigger role. Great young player, a developing star in this league, plus Cam Johnson. So they paid the price for it.
Durant finally hits his first one. Westbrook almost got a piece of that. But Durant rises up, knocks down his first field goal. A 12-point Clipper lead. Second quarter action here, game 1. Bones Highland. And he gets a friendly bounce.
Well, since Bones Highland has come back into the rotation, with Paul George's injury, he's made at least 1 3 in every game, despite somewhat limited minutes.
Good ball movement here. Ross missed it badly. Thought he was fouled. Good coverage here by the Clippers. Clippers can be a good defensive team. Whether they are on any given night in the regular season was a major question. We do not feel like that's going to be an issue in the playoffs.
Well, through January 9th, they were one of the best defenses in the league, the 6th best. But since then, they've dropped to 19th. As their offense got better, their defense got worse. A little bit of lack of urgency when it became easier to score.
They played well without Paul George, who missed the last 9 games. As Chris Paul comes up short on the jumper. They needed it too. The Clippers won here in Phoenix last Sunday, a week ago. They needed that win to guarantee a spot in the playoffs. Ended up with the 5 seed. They could have fallen into the play-in. Russell Westbrook, no. Plumlee's been active. Ross with the rebound.
Plumlee just got hurt. Looks like he dislocated a finger, and the Clippers are going to take time out.
You're right. That pinky finger is out of place. Going to need a reset. That does not look good. Timeout on the floor. 7:46 left.